Okay, yeah, welcome back, guys. Today I'm just going to be making some other small video on Gbpchf where I've put my sell limits on that for that market. Okay, so on Gbpchf you see that the overall trend. Let me first move for that range so that I can make it more clearer for you. You can see that the overall trend is downward. Okay, market has been making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, market is generally selling at this point, so there's no way I can take my buys. Even if I get the best of the best entries, I'll take my buys all of a sudden. Okay, so here I have another supply area around here. This is a strong supply area. If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is a very good supply area because I want a best drop at that area. So if price is able to maybe push upwards towards that area, okay, so if price comes push this towards this area, then you can expect ourselves, okay, can expect ourselves to come in. Okay, so price pushes towards that area, then we expect some sales. I'll explain where I put my sell limits instead on this area here, but let's first go up and see what price has been doing in the past. Okay, you see that here we had a kind of a supply area. Okay, we had a kind of a supply area here, so price hasn't yet even retested that area. So price may push up. If its price is to change momentum, it may first of all push up to that area. Okay, pull back a bit up to maybe this demand zone, and then afterwards it may continue upwards towards this initial area there, because that area hasn't yet been retested. That supply level hasn't yet been retested. Okay, so that's why I'm expecting price to do that. But now you may ask me, why in God's name am I putting my sales around the sell limits there? Okay, that's a good question. So let me just drop down to the low time frames, the H1 and below. Okay, so let's first move all the drawings and then drop to the H1. Okay, so what do you see on the H1? The very first thing that you see on the H1 is that price is making a retracement. Okay, and when price is making a retracement, you first of all notice that here we have a key level. Okay, it's a drop based drop at that level. Okay, price made a drop, if you guys can see here. So price came, made a drop, base, then drop. Okay, so a drop based drop. So this is a very clear sign for the market. If it market is able to retrace up to that area, we can take ourselves from there. Okay, so that's the first level. Another level which I was looking at is around here. If you guys can see, we had a bit of so around here is another key level. Okay, so if I show you what I see, if you go to your line chart, okay, if you go to your line chart, this is more clearer. The line chart, this is more clearer. Okay, so in the line chart you see that market has made a kind of a QM. Okay, market had made a kind of a QM here, as you can see. So it's a QM. So we're printing lower lows and then higher highs. Okay, lower lows and then higher highs. Okay, around that area there, printing QMs. Okay, if you guys can see it clearly. Okay, see, that's where my QM is. Okay, so we're expecting price, if price is to come back up, we're expecting it. Where do we take ourselves from? If you have been following the QM patterns very well, you know that if we had in most of the cases, what we wait for price to come and retest this area around here. Okay, but now instead of price pushing up after reaching that area, what price did instead is that the QM failed. Okay, so once we have the QM fail, what we expect my price to do is actually come back towards the nearest supply area, and then we can take ourselves, because since the QM failed, if you guys saw what I drew there, the QM had already failed us. Okay, so the QM failed us. We are expecting price to buy from here, but instead it just continued dropping. Okay, price just, instead of buying from this area, price just continued dropping instead. So just wait for a pullback towards in the nearest supply zone, which is closer to the QM setup that failed, and then you just take ourselves from there. Okay, that is just a setup, one of the many setups that you can take, and the one which I will hopefully take. But now I'll take just two positions, two sell limits maybe here, and maybe let me just bring one candle close, because now we have a failed QM. A failed QM is one of the setups which I like. But yeah, let's first wait and see what market gives us. Let's first wait and see what market gives us. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, that's enough. And yeah, we shall just wait and see. This is the H1, by the way, so if market is able to come back towards that area, then we can have our very good entries for sales. Remember, the market is in a downtrend, so there's no need for us to hold these trades for long. Okay, and yeah, we shall see what market gives us at the moment. Thank you.